So there's this beautiful metaphor where we ask ourselves, what do you get when you squeeze an orange? Many teachers have used this over the years to explain the process that happens when life gives us pressures. And of course, there's no trick to this question. It's very simple. You ask a 5-year-old, what happens when you squeeze an orange? They say, well, orange juice comes out. So it's easy to understand at a very simple level. Kids are very good at pointing out very deep spiritual truths because they don't try to over-analyze in their intellectual mind what it means. When you squeeze an orange juice comes out. When you squeeze a human, or more importantly, when you get squeezed by life, what comes out of you? Does your sweetness come out, or does more of the, let's call it the bitter pulp, the things that show up as anger or sadness or pain? Do those things come out? And if they do, then the next question becomes, how do we purify what's inside so that when we react to life or life happens around us, we don't immediately let something come out that's not our preference? And it's important to point out here when I'm talking about this, we're talking about the emotions, the feelings that come up when life happens. And it doesn't mean that the particular situation or how someone's behaving in that moment is your preference. But how we react or what comes up within us is something very important to look at, because so often in life, someone gets squeezed, their orange juice metaphorically comes out, and they say, well, this came in or came out from within me, so it must be that person or that situation's fault. And of course, that same 5-year-old can say, if you squeeze an orange juice is going to come out. And they're going to be able to say, if you squeeze a person and some anger or sadness comes out, it's not the situation. It doesn't mean you have to agree with the situation, but it isn't the situation that caused that to come out. And there's this really deep, beautiful spiritual idea that one of two things happen when you get squeezed by external life events. The first is he'll make you go unconscious, basically anger, sadness, however that particular person responds to that, how that comes out. Or when you get squeezed, you go deeper into presence, you go deeper into consciousness. And there's some beautiful examples of people who have had extreme circumstances happen to them, where their presence, their consciousness, their depth of peace goes so much deeper. And it's a great question to ask yourself. Is the outside pressures of life taking me deeper into my states of consciousness, my states of presence? Or are they pulling me out? Am I blaming it on external things? If you'd like to cultivate this yourself, I'd invite you to join our Purple Socks Club every Sunday, where we work on these very things.